Are you looking to be a little more in control of what ingredients you include in your recipes? In this video, we're going to be making our own homemade ranch dressing, and you can use whatever individual ingredients for these things that you'd like to, but you're going to start out with a cup of mayonnaise. If you'd like to make your own, check out our mayonnaise video, a cup of sour cream, a half a cup to a cup of milk, depending on whether you like your ranch runnier or not. I like it a little bit runnier if I'm using it for a salad, or a little bit thicker if I'm using it for a dip. A tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of buttermilk powder, and I'll talk about why we use that instead of actual buttermilk a little bit later on, a teaspoon of powdered lemon, a teaspoon of parsley, and this is dried parsley, a teaspoon of dried chives, 2 teaspoons of dried dill, a teaspoon of salt, and then a half teaspoon of black pepper. And you're going to adjust these after you taste it a little bit later. So you're going to take your mayo and your sour cream and whisk that together until it's smooth. And in our family, it is very, very important that this mayonnaise be Duke's mayonnaise, and I will go to the mat on that one. Just make sure it's Duke's. Then you're going to whisk in a little bit of the milk to thin it. I will usually add the rest of it later on in the recipe to get it to the right consistency, but mixing in a little bit of it now just to make the spices a little bit easier to mix in is better. You're going to add a tablespoon each of your garlic and onion powder. Then you're going to add 2 teaspoons of dill and then a teaspoon of parsley and chives. If you are going to be using the fresh versions of these, you're just going to take each of these and take them and make them a tablespoon of each of these things. So if you have something from your garden and you're using that, you're just going to take the teaspoons and make those tablespoons. So before we add the rest of our ingredients, you're going to hit that subscribe button because I know you want to see more of these videos because you want to make more of your things from scratch. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of buttermilk powder. And the reason that we're using buttermilk powder instead of using buttermilk is because I don't know about you guys, but I want to limit how many things I'm having to buy when I go to individual trips to the grocery store. And a lot of times I will forget to get buttermilk, or I just don't use enough of it to justify buying it. Buttermilk powder lasts for a lot longer, and so I keep that on hand to just use in recipes because it lasts a lot longer than fresh buttermilk. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of powdered lemon, and we're not using fresh lemon in this case because we don't want to water down the recipe. This is going to be a way to control the consistency of it and add a punch of flavor without changing how watery or liquidy this ranch is. Next, we're going to add salt and pepper, and this is very much going to be a to taste type of thing. I tend to like mine a little bit saltier. The mayonnaise also already has salt in it, so you are going to be adjusting this once you do your tasting a little bit later on. I also like mine a good bit pepperier as well. I am grinding pepper in there and I do it by eye, but this is one of the things that you're going to adjust based on the way that you like it. Then you're just going to whisk all that in to combine it and make sure that all your spices are kind of broken up, especially if they've been around for a little bit and have gotten clumpy. You're going to want to make sure that everything is broken up really well, so you're going to want to mix it very, very well. And then you want to taste it and adjust your seasoning. And the thing that you want to think about really carefully in this case is that when you are tasting this right now, it is not going to taste as strong as it will the next day, because all of these spices, especially if they're dried, are going to not taste as strong because they haven't hydrated completely. So keep in mind that tomorrow this is going to taste stronger, so maybe don't add as much as you think you will. You can add more tomorrow if you'd want to, but it is also better if you know that you will need it the next day to make it the day before. The flavors will enhance overnight. The way that I like to taste salad dressings is to dip a lettuce leaf or something into there to taste it, because we're not really eating it straight up with a spoon. If this is something that you'd like to try, we would love to hear about it in the comments. This is so much better than packet ranch. It is so much better than bottled ranch. I highly recommend that you try making this out and let us know what you think in the comments. And we will see you guys next week.